Hello and welcome. Thank goodness it's Friday. Some of you might be working from home today, just like me, and you've been wondering how to improve your hybrid office experience. We're here today to talk to you about wellness design for work and home offices. We will also show you how the well building standard and ESG principles can make a positive impact in your spaces and organizations. Speaking today will be myself and Hang Liu. Let me just introduce myself first. My name is Rowena Gonzalez, and I'm the founder of Liquid Interiors. It's a Hong Kong-based commercial and residential interior design firm. My journey began back in Canada, where there was a coincidence that forever changed my path. So during my childhood, my brother, my sister, my next door neighbor, and I lived very close to each other, very, very close proximity. But as adults, they all became parents to children that overcame leukemia cancer between the ages of 2 months to 5 years old. You know, witnessing their strength and resilience brought me to a deep realization. It's that your immediate surroundings have a major impact on your health and well-being. This led me to become a well-accredited professional, to have a deeper understanding between these relationships. And now I devote my whole interior design career in helping people improve their health and happiness through the built environment. So today I am so honored to share practical tips on how we can improve home wellness and sustainability with the built environment. And today joining us will be Hang Liu from B Incorporations.
One, Liu from B Japan, a branch office of B Incorporation based in Tokyo. We are a lead proven provider, while enterprise provider, USGBC Platinum member, IWBI Keystone member. I work as a project engineer here, and we provide LEED and WELL and other green building certification consulting service. I am authorized the performance testing agent for APAC region. I've done most of the PV testing for the client in Japan, in Korea, and Singapore to achieve their WELL certification successfully. That's pretty much about me. And let me hand back the mic to Rowena. Thank you.
So during this webinar, we will be covering understanding the well building standard and ESG, applying the principles to the workplace, extending it to the hybrid offices, including your work from home space, nourishing your body and mind, case studies, action steps, and Q&A. So we really look forward to an interactive session at the end. So please feel free, if you have questions, put your questions in the chat and we will collect them and address as many as we can at the last section. After the global pandemic, we have witnessed a significant shift in how businesses operate. Remote work has become a crucial part of this transformation. In the Asia Pacific region, despite efforts to bring everyone back to the office, a survey from Telstra reveals that 85% of companies across APAC are actively promoting hybrid work arrangements. Surprisingly, research shows that working at home 2 to 3 days has absolutely no impact on productivity. But however, it's proven that it can be a highly effective way to attract top talent, improve work-life balance, boosting employee happiness and reducing stress levels. And as a business owner myself, I can say it is all true. Additionally, hybrid working offers financial benefits for employers and employees. Employers can reduce costs by downsizing their office spaces or having the flexibility to expand without having to add workstations. If offices are downsized, the cost savings by lowering office rent and electricity is tremendous. You can also tap into a larger pool of talent by hiring people that would not necessarily be able to come to the office. Employees, on the other hand, can also reduce costs by reduced transportation costs, meal expenses, as well as reducing wellness work-related items like professional attire. When it comes to the carbon footprint, several factors come into consideration, and it's not as straightforward as you think. So yes, we are reducing carbon emissions by eliminating daily commutes. Hybrid working significantly reduces carbon emissions from transportation. Office energy use. There are fewer people going to the office. Energy consumption, including cooling and lighting, can be reduced, and this effect is amplified when companies can downsize. But there is a shift in energy. So while people are not as much in the office, you have to look at energy consumption in residential areas. And as well, there will be a lot of increase in devices. So you have to also think about e-waste. Internet infrastructure. Hybrid working increases the demand for internet connectivity. And when you think about data transmission, potentially increasing energy consumption and carbon emissions associated with internet infrastructure, it does also make a difference. But overall, there is a significant reduction in commuting emissions, and the potential energy savings in office expenses, office spaces can offset some of the carbon impact from home energy consumption, internet infrastructure, and technology waste. So therefore, hybrid working is a more environmentally sustainable work arrangement compared to traditional office-based work. This shift in work dynamics is also influencing office design. Offices are now seen as destination places, places for socialization, meetings, fitness, and mental wellness. There's a growing demand for separate small offices that can accommodate 2 or 3 people so they can communicate with their remote workers. The Well Building Standard provides guidelines in creating optimal office environments to enhance engagement, productivity, and overall well-being. And these principles can definitely be applied to home office setups as well. So I'll let Hang start with understanding the Well Building Standard.
From the action on, let me walk you through and dive a little bit deeper to what WELL is and how can we apply its standard into your office and improve the employee's experience. On the bottom right of this slide, you can see there are 4 marks for WELL. This stands for 4 levels of WELL certification. So bronze, silver, gold, and platinum, based on what you are pursuing and how many features you want to achieve in your own office. So yes, let's go to the next slide. WELL is a performance-based system of measuring, certifying, and monitoring components of the built environment that impact human health and well-being. As how we can define WELL, we need to know that what does WELL focus on? Basically, there are 10 categories for anyone who would like to pursue WELL concept to fulfill: air, water, light, mind, community, nourishment, movement, thermal comfort, sound, and materials. Next, please. Thank you. If you look at this graph, and you can see that in the past year, the building area applying WELL offering has tripled from 1 billion square feet to more than 3 billion. So that today, WELL strategies support the health and well-being of an estimated 13.6 million people in more than 33,000 locations in near 100 countries. So over 2,000 organizations, including over 100 of the Fortune 500, use WELL as their roadmap. As we move on to the ESG part. So ESG stands for environmental, social, and governance, referring to the 3 key factors used to evaluate the sustainability and ethical impact of an investment in a company or business. The first one is environment. This one focuses on a company's impact on the earth, covering issues like pollution, waste management, and resource conservation. The second one is social. This one evaluates how a company treats people, including labor practices, community relations, and customer satisfaction. The last one is governance. This one examines how a company is run, concerning itself with leadership ethics, transparency, and shareholder rights. And when we talk about what does WELL related to your ESG, the WELL building standards complement ESG goals by ensuring that buildings not only minimize environmental impact, but also positively affect the health and well-being of society. As the same as the last slide, of the connection between WELL and the environmental, WELL focuses on the features that enhance the sustainability of buildings, such as energy efficiency, water conservation, and improved indoor air quality. These initiatives align with the environment pillar by reducing a building's ecological footprint and promoting environmental stewardship. The second one with the social part. A significant part of the WELL standard is dedicated to the social aspect of ESG, emphasizing the health, comfort, and well-being of individuals, and also supporting community and stakeholders. It includes criteria for nourishment, light, fitness, comfort, and wellness. By ensuring buildings are designed and operated in ways that improve occupancies, health, and happiness, WELL addresses the social pillars focus on treating people well and enhancing community well-being. The last one is with the governance. So while it's not directly related, but WELL can influence governance through the promotion of transparency, accountability, and engagement in the design, construction, and operation of buildings. Organizations adopting WELL standards demonstrate a commitment to ethical practice and leadership in sustainability and well-being, aligning with governance principles by fostering a culture of responsibility and integrity. So after the brief introduction of the WELL concept, I would like to show you how we can introduce WELL standard to your office. I will take each category and provide some general ideas. I will pick some feasible actions, and that would be wonderful if this could give you some insights. So next slide. The first concept, we integrate air and thermal control in the same slide. So does anyone here suffer from the allergy to pollen? I do. And almost every Japanese does, although I'm not Japanese, but they say that you stay in Japan long enough, there's no way you can get away from that. Especially in this spring season, I'm sniffing all day and my throat and eyes get itchy even in the late night to wake me up. So a clean air quality is of vital importance to keep your nose and the throat clear, and that helps you to work with a clear mind. I'd like to introduce 3 ways, 4 ways for you to keep the air fresh and clean. The first one is ventilation and filtrations. You need to ensure regular inspections, maintenance, and filter replacement for HVAC systems to optimize air circulation and pollutant removal. Try to use high efficiency filters of MERV 13 or higher, and you can also introduce nature ventilations. About the pollution reduction, always use low VOC materials and do have nature design with plants, but ensure they contribute positively to the indoor environment without becoming a source of allergen or mold. Third one is install indoor air quality monitors. This could help you to continuously track levels of key pollutants. This would allow you a real-time adjustment and improvements. And if you have extra money, just do environmental assessment. The last one is model smoky ban. I think I don't need further explanation about that. And a proper thermal environment is also a key factor contributing to your productivity. We can do this from both microcontrol and personalization. From the big scale, implement smart HVAC system that can dynamically adjust temperatures and humidity based on a real-time data, including occupancy levels and external weather conditions. This system optimizes energy use and ensure comfortable indoor climates. And second one is from the personal part. We suggest you to provide options for everyone to control their immediate environment. This can include accessible thermostats for different zones in office, or personal heating and cooling devices like desk fans or space heaters or blankets. And we also encourage you to apply flexible dress code to your employees to dress whatever they want to feel their own thermal comfort preference. So let's move to the water part. Water for drinking and using are of the same importance for the employees. We can do the following. The first point is drinking water promotion, and install water dispensers or fountains in convenient location throughout the office. Ensure they are visible and easily accessed to encourage regular use. Consider offering both chilled and room temperature options to cater to different preferences. The second one is make drinking water more appealing by offering options like fruit-infused water, lemon, cucumber, mint, and berries can add a refreshing taste, making water consumption more enjoyable. And the last one for this part is to focus on the education of the benefits of hydration. And also make your water stay pure and clean by applying high-performance filter and inspection for mold control. The last one in water part, not the last one, the third one in water part is the quality testing and the transparency. So do annual or quarterly based water test and show off the results at each of your drinking points. Place the testing result near your sink or water server to make your employees feel safe of what they are consuming every day. The last one is for hygiene support. These actions in bathrooms would also help you to align with WELL standards. So let's move on to the light part. Thank you. So WELL standard requires a very comfortable light environment to fit best for the employees. And the first point is the nature light optimization. So design workplaces to maximize the use of nature light. This may involve positioning desks near windows and use glass partitions to allow light to permeate deeper into the office space. And optimizing the use of nature light does not mean the brighter the better. Implement adjustable window treatments, such as blind or shades, to reduce glare without significantly diminishing nature light. And also, applying artificial lighting enhancement is also a good idea. We can introduce dynamic lighting systems and give employees opportunities for personal lighting control by offering task lights for their personal use. So next part is nourishment. Healthy eating habits is fundamental of a healthy body, and a healthy body brings you more creativity and productivity. If you are providing food for your employees, remember the following. The first one is healthy food. So always ensure that office pantries, vending machines, and any other catered meals offer a variety of healthy food options. And for fruits and vegetables or any other healthy diet, provide them to your employees with a lower price would be a cheerful reason to consume. So the next point is education and promotion. We suggest you to provide clear nutrition information and labels on food offering in the office. Educating employees about what they are consuming can help them make informed choices about their diet. Last one is always provide a proper eating space with reusable tableware, cold storage, and a microwave for your employees to use during their lunchtime or anytime would like to take a break. So the next part should be movement. One of the main causes of lifestyle diseases is lack of movement and long-term sitting. An active office should bring more energy by applying an active work environment, introducing opportunities and incentives, and by fostering a culture of movement. So the first point is active work environment. We suggest you provide standing or sit-stand desks to everyone to alternate between sitting and standing while working. And step machines, cycling workstations, or there are tons of choices in this market for you to choose for your employees to work while exercising. So the second point is opportunities and incentives. If possible, offer an on-site gym or dedicated space for exercise, providing equipment like weights, yoga mats, and resistance bands, and be general to your employees by implementing incentive programs that reward physical activities, such as challenges to log a certain number of steps or workout minutes. Rewards can range from gift cards to additional time off, or this all depends on the organization's policies. The last one is to foster a culture of movement. The leader needs to encourage regular breaks, implement educational workshops and resources, and to do example for the employees. The next part is mind. A man cannot work with a stressful mind and a burnout body. Looking into the mind of your employees, finding cracks on their hearts and fixing them before it goes broken. It's a very necessary course for every owner to take. So we suggest you to provide employees with access to counseling services and offer workshops or seminars on stress management techniques, including mindfulness, yoga, or time management to help employees cope with work-related stress more effectively. And design a daybreak room or something like that for a restoration. And try to stimulate the cognitive by display art or provide aesthetically pleasing decor, and creating interactive spaces and provide more opportunities for employees to do self-improving. The next part should be sound. Yeah. When you need to concentrate but cannot, the first course comes to most people's mind is that you are disturbed by some random noise. So the acoustic design is so important to create a healthy environment of various sceneries. First, you need to enhance your noise reduction. Install sound-absorbing materials to increase the quality of speech and high-performance sound isolation to prevent sound traveling and ensure privacy. Also design the office layout to place noisy equipment and high traffic areas away from concentrated workspaces, minimizing the disruption. Also plan quiet zones for people to concentrate, and always provide noise canceling headphones for personal use. The second way is to install the sound masking system. In open area where noise is inevitable, sound masking helps you to get used to it. You can use white noise or soft music to have a similar effect. The next part should be material. So as mentioned before, while also focus on the sustainability of the material used during the construction and in design phase should have deep consideration of sustainability and health impact. Always consider anything green certified, eco-friendly, and recyclable for your sustainability. And use non-toxic cleaning products and nature material. This could help improve the indoor air quality and create a more comfortable and inventing workspace. So the last one could be community. Okay, the last category, building a well community, not a standalone well project. Making your employees feels like they belong, but by forming a internal community and introducing inclusivity and diversity. Create open and flexible workshops, workspaces, regularly organize social events, team building activities. This could help break down the silos and fostering a sense of community. Implement programs to celebrate employees' milestones, achievements, and contributions. This can help arouse the enthusiasm of your employees. And all nationality, or gender, or sexual orientation, or cultural difference should be celebrated by various activities or educations. There also should be an equal opportunity for anyone at any level to speak up for decision making. And also remember to include barrier-free to enhance the accessibility to all employees. And thank you all. That's all from my part of introducing the WELL standard into your office. And then there's Rowena, who's introducing the home office of WELL standard. Thank you all for listening.
Thank you so much, Hank, for all of your insights on corporate offices. It was really gold. I'm already thinking about fitness challenges for my office. How can we make this fun? Yeah, so now we're going to extend these principles of WELL and ESG to home offices. How can we, like, basically, how you decide to control your home environment makes a direct impact on not only your productivity, but also your lifelong physical and mental well-being. So, the first thing that we're going to talk about is air. Air is the most basic need that leads to productivity and focus. This over here is a picture of the air quality monitor that's on my desk right now. It's called an Aware. So, air quality changes minute per minute depending on so many factors. It can change when more people enter the room, when someone takes a shower in your home, when there's a change of direction from the sun, if the windows are opened or closed, or even after lunch has been heated up. Only by understanding what elements contribute to healthy air can you properly make the adjustments during the day. So there are five main components to good air quality. The first one, temperature. So keeping the office between, or your home office between 22 to 25 degrees is considered comfortable for most people. The ability to control is key. A lot of times heat may enter, or cold might be entering from the windows. But a big mistake that we always see is that people draw their curtains to reduce the heat, but then also block out the views and the light. So make sure that the material that you use still has enough transparency. Humidity. Anyone that lives in Hong Kong understands how difficult this is a lot of times. Humidity should be between 40 to 60% for comfort for a working area. And yeah, it can be very challenging in areas where it's very humid, but not impossible. In the home, it's important to understand where humidity comes from. A lot of times you will see it coming from the shower areas, the kitchen, from excessive boiling, and also from drying laundry. So it's important to isolate these places and exhaust. You know, I don't know if you've ever seen homes with black ceilings. It's actually very common in Hong Kong and super dangerous. So in my office, people call me the human mold detector, because I can walk into a space and within minutes, if there's mold, my throat will start to close, I'll break out into hives, and my eyes will go bloodshot. Um, that's not a free service, by the way. But anyways, the thing is that whether you're that allergic to mold or not, Mold irritates your body and adds an extra stress. So over time, it can weaken your immune system. And, if you work in and out and you stay in the same place with mold, you will become more susceptible to other illnesses. So it's really important to prevent it. Make sure that you use sufficient ventilation and also dehumidification. Make sure that you're within the safe levels. Okay. CO2. When humans exhale, CO2 is our waste, and too much of it in the air makes us sleepy. We've all been in a room, in a conference room where everyone is, maybe it's not that boring, but everyone is dozing off because of the CO2 levels. At home, most of us do not have dynamic HVAC systems. So the most basic thing to do is open your window. TVOCs. These are the smelly things that you find in everyday things like paints and solvents, cleaning materials, even from cooking odors. And the most effective way to remove them is open a window. For small amounts of TVOCs, an activated carbon filter can't help. But for large amounts of TVOCs, like renovation chemicals, blowing pressurized fresh air from outside is the most effective way to remove it. You can see that's what we did in this project over here. PM 2.5, mainly in the home, comes from dust, pet dander, bacteria, viruses, and mold. And yes, you can add very fancy HEPA air purifiers that can help, but it's really important to isolate these things and remove them first. So for example, if your air conditioner is blowing moldy, stale, dusty air, it's really important that you have them professionally cleaned. Get rid of things around you that trap dust. So for example, it could be too many decor items. Sometimes it can be things that absorb mold and don't dry properly, like thick carpets. So regularly clean. It's super important. I actually find that after I got a robot vacuum that does mopping and vacuum, it runs twice a day automatically, and it's made a really big, significant improvement in my allergy to dust. Okay, next is nourishment. One easy thing that you can do today in your home is to set up your home for healthy eating habits. So you can imagine going to your kitchen or your dining table, or in this project, it's the rooftop exercise juice bar. But instead of having junk food out, you have your healthy fruits and vegetables. And make healthy eating the easiest and most accessible choice. And over a long term, you can prevent having diet-related diseases for you and your family. Water. As Hang recommended before with the well building standard, the well building standard looks at water quality and also promoting drinking water. So when it comes to the home, it can get quite confusing. What kind of water filters are right for you, and what should you put into your home? Here I'll review a few good options. So the first one over here is basic water filtration. Activated carbon filters can remove 90 to 95% of impurities. And don't think that you have to use the standard dispenser, because you can get a customized one and make it beautiful in your home. With this type of water, it pretty much in places like Hong Kong that have suitable public water can fulfill well standards. Does it taste the best? Maybe not. You may still have to add your lemon and your cucumber and berries to make it taste amazing. But there are other types of filters that can change the taste and have other properties that can make it more appealing. So for example, the second is an electronic water ionizer. So that's the same kind of filter, but then electronically, it can change the pH of the water. When you drink alkaline water, it's believed to improve your energy, reduce bloating, and then also detoxify. Other pHs can be used for clarifying skin, and also the same water in a different pH can be used for disinfecting. The next over here is reverse osmosis, mineralization, and alkaline. Reverse osmosis filtration removes 99.9% of impurities. So that means it'll remove things like small traces of pharmaceuticals in the water. And then to make it healthy, you can add minerals, healthy minerals for nutritional value. What ends up what it ends up tasting like is fresh spring mountain water right from your tap. And alkaline is also available for this type of water. My kids love this because, from the tap, we get a sweeter and smoother tasting water than what you can get outside. But if temperature is the number one priority for you, then maybe a dispenser that can automatically dispense boiling water, cold water, or even carbonized water would be right for you. And also, don't forget testing. You can see over here what happens when they test my water. This actually comes out of your filters. So if you don't change the filters, you can be causing so much more harm than good. So don't forget, every quarterly is best, but even if it's less, like half a year or a year, it's still better than nothing. Next is movement. So studies have shown that sitting for 3 to 9 hours a day can actually make an effect on your overall lifespan. So if you can do anything, a second thing today that's so easy to do is just get up off of your seat and move around. So at home, you can have active workstations, sit, stand, desk. Over here, you can see this is a kneeling stability type of chair, but it doesn't have to be so complicated. Sometimes it's just about taking movement breaks. What I love about working from home is that you have a little bit more privacy, and then you can do things that you probably be a little bit shy to do at work. Maybe you might be reading something and you can take a short break to do squats or push-ups. For myself, I like to have this exercise medicine ball so I can be reading and exercising my muscles at the same time. It really is nice to have those little short focus breaks. Another thing is staying super hydrated. So what I like to do is having a whole pitcher of water next to me. Having water next to you and drinking a lot of water improves your energy, but also forces you to take bathroom breaks and walk around. 2 for 1. Ergonomics, a very quick exercise. Everybody sit at your desk and do this little test. Are all of your screens at eye level? If they're not, change them. Get something to adjust them. Are your shoulders, when you type, relaxed and your elbows at 90 degrees? If not, you're straining yourself. And when you're sitting, are your feet planted on the ground? If they're dangling and there's pressure underneath your knees, maybe it's better to have a footstool. So these little things, little adjustments can really make a big difference in your posture and your back. Okay, next is light. These days, it's not uncommon when we plan our houses to prioritize the best views and best natural daylight for the work from home area. And this is a huge shift. We did not see this happening 5 years ago. So when you're choosing the place to have your work from home area, choose that great place where you can have optimal productivity. If you can have a connection to outside and views, it's even better. Having views to outside can regulate your sleep and wake cycle. And every once in a while, take visual breaks. Take your eyes off the screen and look outside. When you do that, it actually exercises your eyes and can reduce eye strain. The next is lux. Do you have enough light or too much light at your workstation? What I like to do is use a lux meter. You can actually download one on your phone. I like the one that is just called Light Meter, and check. Do you have around 300 lux? Traditionally, 10 years ago, offices used to be designed with 500 to 600 lux, which is very, very bright and straining for your eyes. With the well building standard, it's recommended to have lower ambient light temperature, light lux, but then also supplement with a good task lamp for very short focus work. Temperature. So nowadays, having a light bulb or task lamp that has different types of light temperature is way more accessible than before. And sometimes if you have a cooler light, it can really boost your concentration. And if you're planning to work late at night, and you know that you're going to be sleeping in an hour, you can change your light temperature to something much more warmer, which transitions to the sleep mode much easier. Last is non-glare. It is very uncomfortable to be looking directly at light bulbs. So always choose your lighting properly so that you're not having that extra strain on your eyes and also glare on your screen. Acoustic comfort. So if you live alone and you don't have any distractions from other people, you're one of the very lucky people when it comes to acoustics. But for those who live with newborn babies and small children and other uncontrollable acoustic distractions, you know, you may need to listen and try to get some more tips over here. Number one is furniture arrangement. If you're sharing a space with, say, place some things that can distract you, place things strategically, bookshelves, screens, the direction of your desk so that you can try to block these types of sounds. Sound absorption. A lot of times, if you have a lot of windows around you, it's hard. You'll have a lot of echo. So what things you can do? You can have area rugs, sound absorbing curtains. Pin boards can also absorb sound. Soundproofing. Where does your sound come from? If it's from, maybe your kids or your neighbors or your construction from outside, it's all different. So you can consider sealing around doors and adding sweepers at the bottom. You can consider adding insulation on walls and sealing windows. And of course, if you don't have this, it's really a must. Noise cancellation earphones. The next is mind. Mental health is the state of well-being when individuals are able to live to their fullest potential, cope with normal stresses of life, work productively, and contribute to their community. So your home can be a place that naturally reduces stress and improves your mental well-being with just your decor. Choose a palette that is soothing and represents nature for your workspace. You can use things like natural surfaces. Like for instance, over here, we have a sit-stand desk with a live edge table, or incorporating plants will all help to reduce stress. You can think of incorporating artwork, and that it boosts creativity and thought. Social. My mom stayed at home for years during COVID without enough socialization, and it made a huge negative impact on her mental well-being. Humans are not meant to be alone. So being social is essential to our well-being and happiness. Working from home, you may be isolated from your colleagues at work, but you also have the opportunity to connect deeper with your loved ones. So just like having a pantry in the office, it can be there, but it really is up to you to create that habit in your life. So you can design your space at home to foster deeper connections. For example, around the eating area, design it so that screens are either concealed or they could not even be around. Basically, when screens are around, it's a distraction. So not having them or being able to conceal them allows you to have better conversations with the people around you. Rather have ambient music or more comfortable lower lighting in the eating area. Add artwork and elements of nature to make it much more inviting. Sometimes the smallest things in life, like connections with your loved ones over dinner, can be the biggest luxuries. The next is mind, for mind is spirit. Create your sanctuary. And this can look like different things for everyone. Over here, this is a kind of like a meditation area. In other projects, we've incorporated meditation corners, yoga areas at the end of the bed, comfy reading chairs. For myself, I have a hammock on my balcony that overlooks nature. You know, your home sanctuary can encourage you to take these daily retreats for mindfulness. Stress in your mind needs cleaning and sorting, just like cleaning your house. It's important to remove the negativity so that you can make space for the things that you really love and the things that are meaningful. When your mind is clear, it's easier for you to connect to spirit and recharge your soul. And when you are well, physically, mentally, and spiritually, then you can discover what true happiness is. And for many people, it's making a positive impact in other people's lives. And how does this connect to ESG? You know, we have environmental sustainability, there's less commuting, energy savings, but there's energy savings at work, but it is your responsibility to have energy savings at home. Um, we're going paperless automatically by more digital communication. And one thing that you can do today is learn how to recycle your e-waste. There's so much more technology being disposed with with working from home. Social responsibility, we covered this in Hang's presentation, and governance and ethical practices. The electronic process improves transparency, accountability, and compliance. You can be creative with your systems and track your wellness and sustainability goals. Here are some case studies where we've helped people find wellness and happiness through their built environment. I'm going to go through this quickly because we don't have as much time. This is a residence where we helped a couple find peace through biophilia. We have organic shapes, natural textures, and plants. And I also wanted to mention that that has just released Well for residences. So soon, keep in touch with us and we'll be able to show you how you can certify homes. This is a current office that we're working on. As you can see, we included a meditation garden, areas for acoustics, better spaces for meetings, improved sanitation with a hand washing area right at the entrance. We improved air quality with a flush out, and we have non-glare lighting and a pantry for socialization and healthy food optimization. I'll let Hang go through some of his case studies too.
In the well-built certified office example, you can see how it complying with well standard from this picture. So if you check the seating, there are acoustic materials that are used to muffle noise and clamor. And check the windows. Nature light is rushing in with greenery to connect you with the outdoor environment. And check the comfortable lounge chairs. This provides the employees a cozy place for restoration. And check the table football. This provides opportunities to encourage the employees to engage in physical activities. And you can also see the workstations equipped with ergonomic chairs and sit-to-stand desk. And we can move on to the next case study, which is the B Shanghai office. I'm honored to introduce Olga, who's experiencing the beautiful space herself, to walk you through.
Hello, thank you very much, Han. My name is Olga. I'm a marketing and communications associate at B, and yes, I'm working in the well certified office in Shanghai. And I would like to introduce this beautiful place, but first of all, I sincerely invite you to scan the QR code that you see on the screen and have a virtual tour in our beautiful office. And personally would like to share my experience and what I especially like about this place. So first of all, we have huge windows which flood the place with natural light, and it totally boosts my mood and helps to wake up in the morning when I come to the office. Plus, we have standing desks next to the window, so sometimes I just take my laptop and go to work there. And from time to time, I just take quick breaks to exercise my eyes, just as Rowena mentioned, to keep them healthy. Another thing that I really love is plants. Our office is full of plants. It's like a little forest. They are literally everywhere, next to at the desks, in the corners. We even have this beautiful plant wall. It's a green wall covered in all sorts of plants, and it's absolutely stunning. It makes us calmer and more refreshed, and of course cleans the air. Uh, every Monday and Wednesday, we have a fresh fruit supply to the office, and I love that because every time, almost every time when I walk from the water station to my desk, it's so nice to grab an orange or some grapes. And if there were crisps or candies, that would definitely be tempting too. So I'm really happy that those are fruits. And we generally have a very beautiful lunch zone. We have that big table where people eat and interact. The lunch zones are like little community hubs here. And here we catch up, laugh, and recharge for the afternoon. There is a lot of laughter usually. We also have small call rooms apart from the just traditional soundproof meeting rooms. In this room, it's just very quiet, and you can actually hear yourself thinking, which sometimes helps to work or maybe relax. And of course, we have air monitoring systems installed everywhere. We know, like no one else, how important it is to keep track of the air quality parameters. So we have our own monitoring system called B-Sense, installed around the office to monitor the air and calculate the reset viral index, which is super important, especially after COVID. So yeah, I just warmly welcome you to take the tour, and thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Olga. So, all in all, hybrid working is not just a passing trend, it's a transformative force that revolutionizes the way we work. So, we have to embrace this. It allows us to have a greener planet, a happier and more productive workforce, financial benefits for companies and employees alike. Furthermore, it aligns with the principles of ESG, demonstrating our commitment to sustainability and responsible business practices. You know, anybody can make a change. You can be an intern or you can be the person that owns the company. Um, it's up to us to take responsibility for our own wellness, for our planet, and to inspire others. So, what next? First, decide, is this what you want? Do you want better health and happiness and productivity in your workspaces and ESG in your personal and professional life? If yes, then make goals. Review your home and your office and share these actionable small goals with your family and colleagues, and seek expert advice if you need it. Take action and track your challenges and successes. and work it out with the people around you. If things are not working, just try something else. And inspire. Notice and share the benefits of your progress and inspire more impactful changes. So thank you very much for your time, and I really wish you luck in your wellness journey. Please follow us on LinkedIn and our website pages, and we will be updating you with the next webinars where we will dive deeper into the well-building standard and ESG. If you have questions, then feel free to contact us. We have our contacts right here. And now we will open it up to a few Q&A. Okay, so we have, is there someone that has a question? All right, we have.
Send it in the chat. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. We have one question. Okay, we have, is well applicable to residential projects too. For residents, it will be applicable, but it's in pilot stage, but it can be applicable for whole apartment buildings. Yes. And then we have, what might it cost to implement principles? This is from Russell.
So I think first it depends on if you want the certification or just applying the concept, because pursuing WELL certificate could cost you extra fees for hiring and WELL consulting and do PV testing. But if you just want to apply these standards, there are tons of resources online for you to learn WELL concept yourself and apply them to your own office or your own home office. So also the cost can vary from a very wide range based on the reality and your goals. As I mentioned before, there are 4 levels to go for. The higher the level, the more features you are choosing to fulfill, and correspondingly, the more cost it comes. So if you are interested in the actual cost, we suggest you to contact us for further information, so we can gather more information from you and we can provide more information for you. Yeah, thank you.
Great. So there's another, maybe Hang, this one's for you. It's from Wing Young. Is it applicable to schools too?
Yeah, sure. WELL is applicable for schools. Yeah.
Okay, we have another question here from JPLIZOT. If one were to influence their superiors to enhance the current offered workplace, are there specific well-being or productivity metrics that we could share with them to influence the decision for change? I think with the well building standard, I think you're asking for metrics, how much productivity levels have increased. Hang, do you have any specific things that you can mention here? I can give personal experience.
On my experience, for now, there's not such metrics. It's so statistic things to for the specific project. But I'd like to. It would be great if Rowena, you can share your own experience.
So I would say that we started incorporating Zoom and being able to work from home quite early. But I can definitely see a change in turnover rates. People stay longer, they're happier. And if turnover rate isn't a metric of happiness with employees, I don't know what it is. Yeah, because you lose so much in your business when people quit and then you have to retrain. And when people are happy at work and they stay with you and they grow with you, it makes a huge difference. Can we proceed with well, say at the first level and enhance to other levels at a later stage without repeating the level that was first achieved? This is from David Bruce Hong.
I cannot see the questions in the chat. Ready? So I cannot see the questions from David.
Okay, I can answer that. It may be difficult because if you've achieved a first level, say silver, and then you want to go to gold, there are some things that may be more invasive in the construction. So to go with one certificate and then enhance it to, like, say you start off with the first level and then you want to go to the most premium level, there are some things that are harder to do as an afterthought. Okay, we have another question here from Carrie. How can managers encourage their remote teams to adopt well principles in their home offices? Can you share any experiences on this? Okay, I can answer this one. So within my company, we offer a wellness bonus, and we give our employees the opportunity to spend it on whatever they want as long as it's related to wellness. But in fact, after doing this webinar, I realized that to be able to allow people to fully benefit from it, you have to also give education, because you can just throw money, but then if they don't know what are the best ways to use it, then it might not be the best investment. So I'm actually really happy of doing this webinar, and a lot of my remote workers are actually online. So hopefully they can be inspired to find ways to improve their work, their home offices in different ways that are more effective. Okay, I think we are over. We are already 105, 106. So I'm gonna close this here and just say thank you so much for everyone that has joined. I'm so, impressed to see people coming from all over Asia and also in Europe. Thank you, Hang and Olga and Lopa from B for, bringing this together. I think it's a great collaboration, and I'm really, really happy to be able to share this information to help people and improve their health and wellness and sustainability through their built environment. All right, have a great day and a great weekend, everyone.